April 3rd, 2025, 7:02 p.m. I'll call the meeting to order. Christie, call the roll, please.
Trustee Bancole? Here. Trustee Prigi?
Here.
Trustee Albuck?
Here.
Trustee Gutierrez? Here. Trustee Porter?
Here.
And Trustee Kunkel?
Here.
All here.
Oh, outstanding. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We have a motion to accept the agenda.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any changes? Hearing none. Christie, call the roll.
Any changes? No? Trustee Prigi?
Yes.
Trustee Albuck?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez?
Yes.
Trustee Porter?
Yes.
Trustee Kunkel?
Yes.
And Trustee Bancole? Yes. Thank you.
Excellent. First on the agenda for a presentation is the swearing in of full-time firefighter. I asked you that question. I should have read my own agenda. Grant Eggers, come on up with your family.
You guys can just fill in up here. It's okay.
Okay, this is the scary part.
It's your space. You got this.
Grant Eggers, firefighter paramedic Grant Eggers is being appointed to the position of full-time firefighter paramedic for the Village of Hanover Park Fire Department. Firefighter Eggers was hired as a part-time firefighter EMT on July 8, 2024. He has proven himself to be a distinguished member of the department, providing excellent service to the community, working hard to maintain the high standards of this organization. You're on a good start. Firefighter Eggers holds an associate degree in fire science from Waubonsee Community College and is certified as a basic operations firefighter. Firefighter Eggers receives his EMT training through Waubonsee Community College in June 22. Firefighter Eggers is currently in paramedic school through Sherman Hospital and will graduate on July 22nd, 2025. He started his field training period and is assigned to the Gold Shift. Is this the Gold Shift? Yeah, see, you got some support to start. Yeah, that's okay. Under the command of Battalion Chief Garrett Cody. You got a quality. I'm going to type that. So, raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Grant Eggers,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of firefighter paramedic
the duties of the office of firefighter paramedic
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations. Welcome aboard. This is your chance, Mom. Look at that. And here's your certificate. And let's draw together. We'll get a photo together.
Grant, if you want to move just a little that way so you're in the center of the Hanover Park right there. And then you guys can kind of fill in all around here. They'll tell you later.
Mom, you can fix. Stay next to you. Like I know what I'm doing. smile. Congratulations. My big question is, are you a Cubs or a Sox fan?
Cubs.
Our chief is keeper. Okay.
Thank you, Chief. You want one at a time or you want them all?
Next.
You want them all?
Well, one of them.
Okay. Environmental. Environmental committees again. Just so you know. Okay, proclamation, whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day to be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas the holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind, water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. Whereas trees are a renewable source of giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products, and whereas the trees of our village increase the property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. Whereas trees are a source of joy and spiritual renewal, and whereas the village of Hanover Park has been recognized as a Tree City USA for the 37th year consecutive by the National Arbor Day Foundation and desires to continue its tree planting ways. Now, I, Rodney S. Craig, President of the Village of Hanover Park, do hereby proclaim April 25th as Arbor Day in the Village of Hanover Park and urge all citizens to support efforts to care for our trees and woodlands and support our village's community forest program. And further, I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the hearts and promote the well-being of present and future generations.
Thank you, Mayor.
As chairman of our environmental committee, and your call. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to quickly say good evening. My name is Yasmin Bankole, Trustee Yasmin Bankole, and I serve as the board liaison for Environmental Committee. So we are having an Arbor Day event. It's at the end of the month on Friday, April 25th, I believe, at 10 a.m. Well, we are changing locations, but we will be planting a tree. We'll be doing it at an elementary school, and we'll also be hopefully honoring a Hanover Park resident. So if you're in the area and would like to join our Arbor Day celebration, I invite you all. Thank you.
Wait, Yasmin, come get a picture.
And I have oh, yeah, come here. We've got to get a photo.
There you go. You can just take it.
You got to do this. Okay.
Thank you.
Additionally, I have a second tree, kind of an Arbor Day at 310 at Einstein School for a teacher that passed that was beloved by that whole school. So that'll be another ceremony, more, what do you call it? Quieter, sincere, whatever type opportunity, but happy to do that. Now, proclamation, Kate.
Kate Schultz.
That keeps all the bad guys out.
This is Kate Schultz from the Children's Day.
I don't know how many it slows down, but fine officers here. Whereas child abuse.
Mayor, can you
Make
use
sure
the
you call the
microphone?
right person for the right thing here.
Mayor,
where's-
can you use the microphone, please? The mic?
Pardon me?
Your-
Oh, the mic. After 18 years on the board, do you think I'd know better? Whereas child abuse and neglect is a community problem affecting both the current and future quality of life in our community. And whereas when parents and caregivers have support from loved ones, friends, and their community, they are more likely to provide safe and healthy environments for our children. Whereas communities must make every effort to promote programs that benefit children and their families. Whereas effective child abuse prevention programs are essential and succeed because of community partnerships created among citizens, social service agencies, schools, businesses, law enforcement, faith-based organizations, civil organizations, and other child-serving agencies. We didn't leave anybody out, did we? Oh, okay, very good. Now, I, Rodney S. Craig, President of the Village of Hanover Park, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in the Village of Hanover Park. And thank you for all your work, your giving. I so appreciate you're here tonight so we can present that to you. And our fine social worker is here. Let's get together for a photo. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. Not only am I the mayor of the Village of Hanover Park, but I'm the vice president on the DUCOM board. And with us tonight is Donna. Come on up, Donna. Thank you for being here. Whereas DuPage Public Safety Communications, known as DUCOM, plays a vital role in the protection of human life and property in our community. And whereas DUCOM has been successfully serving the public safety communication needs of the Village of Hanover Park and surrounding communities for several years. And whereas while enduring long shifts and handling frequent life and death emergencies, DUCOM telecommunicators set high standards in performing their duties in a dedicated, diligent, and compassionate manner. I witnessed that. And whereas DUCOM telecommunicators provides critical communication link between the residents, the police, fire, and emergency medical services providers, and whereas these individuals efficiently coordinate emergency services to ensure the health and safety of our residents, visitors, and travelers in our cities, towns, villages, districts, and on our highways. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And whereas the public safety communications personnel daily serve the public in countless ways without due recognition by the beneficiaries of this service. Now, therefore, I, Rodney S. Craig, President of the Village of Hanover Park, do hereby proclaim April 13th through 19th, 2025 as National Public Safety Telecommunications Week in the Village of Hanover Park and commend the devotion, contributions, and services of DUCOM telecommunicators. We'll get a photo, but I'm going to ask, since we have a house full of firefighters, so all those folks who are serving, would you please stand behind us so we can show DUCOM that we are serious? And
Look at that.
our newest sworn-in gentleman,
Come on up, Grant.
police chief, fire chief, all the riffraff. We provide many dollars to support our community with DUCOM. They're all a background.
It's a good backdrop. It's a good idea.
And you take it back how much we appreciate the work of our health community. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Here we go. Shake hands here.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's all good. You guys are the best. Keep me up.
Yeah, yeah. They wouldn't have to lift the face.
Is that cool or what? I shouldn't enjoy this so much. Jill Smith, would you please join me? Tricia, you're working double hard tonight.
I'd like to introduce you to Jill Smith from the Community Crisis Center.
Yes, nice to meet you,
Nice to
Jill.
meet you. Thanks.
Whereas Sexual Assault Awareness Month calls attention to the fact that sexual violence is widespread and impacts every person. And whereas we must work together to educate our community about sexual violence prevention, supporting survivors, and speaking out against harmful attitudes and actions. Whereas Sexual Assault Awareness Month provides an excellent opportunity to bring this issue to the attention of all residents of Village of Hanover Park so they can learn more about preventing sexual violence and take action to create a safer environment for all. Now, therefore, I, Rodney S. Craig, President of Village of Hanover Park, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month in the Village of Hanover Park. Thank you for your good work.
Thank you.
We believe this in Hanover Park, and our folks work hard to support that. If we can get
Thank
a photo together? Thank you. You can move closer if you want.
We're good, yeah, thank you.
I'm done?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we have town hall session, and I have
3 people signed up.
3 people.
Yep. Can you call them up?
Residential Barb.
Barb?
Huh? And, oh, I see. Got 2 in 1 sheet.
Yeah.
Good evening, Barb.
Hello, how are we all doing today?
Good, you'll have 5 minutes to speak. Go ahead.
Well, my name is Barb. I live on Laurel Avenue and have lived there since, on and off myself, since 1961, and my parents owned the house originally. And I'm here regarding the residential parties that have gotten so far out of control, especially right around me. In the summer, they go all the time. They have live bands, DJs, dance floors, PA systems, yelling, screaming, urination, men urinating all over, dogs running without leashes. It's just gotten too far out of control, and that's been really bad over the past couple of years. And I'm getting, like, I feel like I live in Party City. My house literally rumbles because I have it on both sides a lot. And then other people are all around me that have them as well. So that is basically what I want to say. And it's not only me alone, it is other people. I do have another name with me, and the other party that was going to speak, the kids were getting rambunctious. They are not going to
Oh, they're not going, okay.
be here, the third person on your list.
Oh, yeah. Pardon.
But that's basically what I want to ask, is that if there can be any kind of limits in the ordinances put on as to what kind of limits that they can expand to. I've had one with a light show. I mean, they're going all out. These are things that should be in residential areas. It's disturbing. When am I supposed to have my family over? It's every weekend in the summer.
I know we have a 10 PM limit,
And that don't matter.
okay?
It doesn't matter. And then people don't want to complain where they get a ticket for it.
They get what?
Where, in other words, the people, as residents, we don't want to complain to the point of we have to file a formal complaint for them to get ticketed later, correct? Because when we call the police, they'll come, they'll tell them to turn it down. It doesn't stay down.
Well, you brought it to our attention. The police chief is here. If you want to take a minute with the police chief, discuss it. He's our #1 authority on those kind of incidents. And maybe, Chief, do you have a minute to take?
I would be glad to do that, but I just
Excuse me,
want,
what is your address?
my address?
Yes,
Oh, we have your
I
address.
have it here.
you have the address?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have our address.
You have my exact address, and I'm more than welcome anytime to talk to anybody about it, because it's really bad, really bad. My house shakes. And I get it, it's like parking boom cars on all four sides of your house.
So you brought
And
it
I
to
mean,
our,
an all-night, I have a couple of all-nighters.
so Barb, you've brought it to our attention. I'll take an opportunity with the police chief, and we'll have some oversight on what's going on, okay? And they'll communicate with you.
I would appreciate it, because
Yes.
I said, I've been a long-time resident, never had to, you
Sure.
tolerate one or two here and there.
Well, we don't know what we don't know here.
That's what I'm here
if
to
you-
tell you.
You're here, we know, the chief will take a moment with you to have put together an action plan. How's that?
Wonderful. And that's what I
Thank
said.
you for your time.
That was the other person that was,
Oh, Martin, yes. Thank you so much for bringing it to our attention, Barb. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The second person on this sheet.
He left already. This is the kid. Do we have another? person?
He left already?
He left this. No, the other one did. Martin.
Oh, Martin left?
Yeah.
Was this something I said?
No, I think the kids are getting antsy.
Oh, that happens. All right,
Jeremiah?
next we have
Jeremiah Lee?
Jeremiah Lee, if you would step to the microphone.
It's good to see you all.
Yes,
Thanks for
sir.
having me.
Go ahead, Jeremiah. You can start.
Okay. My name's Jeremiah Lee. I've been a resident of Hanover Park for about 3.5 years now, having been a resident of Hanover Park since August of 2021. I come to share a story of, I don't think it's a coincidence, one item on the agenda was talking about the Arbor Day event, about a tree removal in our community, and the unexpected grief that it actually caused to me and my family, and to request perhaps a rectification plan for the damages done to our community due to the tree removal. So I'm co-owner with my wife of our home at 877 Durham Court, Hanover Park, Illinois, 60133. Home to my wife, myself, 2 boys of ours. This morning as I was leaving the house for work around 7:35 a.m., I was met with a Hanover Park Public Works truck in front of my driveway and an employee of Hanover Park So I asked, what's going on? And he says, we have to remove this tree today. I said, what's going on? Why are we removing this tree? He said that this tree is sick and has to be removed completely. I was very surprised because I have not received any notice of this happening at all. And as I was thinking about it, it didn't seem like a fitting and appropriate treatment of what provided such a big part of the identity of our community, really, in this tree. Perhaps it could have been maintained a little better so that the health of the tree could have been preserved and the tree could have been preserved ultimately. So in a matter of a couple of hours, my wife and my boys were looking outside the window as this was happening. A nearly 50-year-old tree was pulped in a matter of a couple hours. And this was a tree that really provided a lot of identity to our home. I remember coming and looking at our home to consider purchasing the home. It was a beautiful tree, provided beautiful shade. And you did state, Mayor Rodney Craig, about what a tree brings to the community, like the value it brings, not only to the personal property but to the community as a whole. And I can speak about that. Our cul-de-sac is beautiful because of the trees that are surrounding the cul-de-sac, and it became not only a safe haven for the children in our cul-de-sac, the families in our cul-de-sac, but also our neighbors, our next door behind us on Yorkshire Drive. They come and spend time with us under the shades in the tree during the summertime. Also, the children on Berkshire Drive, they come nearly every day to come play in our cul-de-sac. And today, the first thing I noticed when I came back home from work is this is not our cul-de-sac. This is not our community that we recognize. The sky view looked completely different because where the tree used to fill the sky is a huge gaping hole in the sky view, and it just wasn't our community anymore. I was talking to our neighbors after the fact, and she was saying her son, who's our neighbor across from us, was saying no as he was seeing the tree get cut down as he was going to school this morning. And I asked my neighbor, what does this tree mean to you? Well, it's really nature. Like this is the difference between this one tree, this 50-year-old tree that was beautiful, was the difference between a cul-de-sac that was defined by, or that was identified as coexisting with nature to now it's just empty. The first thing she said was, well, now your house is going to be without shade. It's going to get straight, you mentioned this as well, cutting costs on heating and cooling, and you're not going to have any cover from with the shade. I remember when we brought our first son home, when he was 3 days old, how we just stood in front of our front lawn with the shade under us. And on a hot June day, he was born on June 5th. On a hot June day, we were just soaking in, having our son brought home, and as he was starting to walk, how we could, when he was 1 year old, how we could walk on the lawn with the shade coverings and just learning to walk on this. Now that's all gone. And so it's a huge hit, not only to our home, as you speak. I was also worried about the home value, the property value, but also it just took away a big part of the identity of our cul-de-sac, but community at large in our neighborhood and the families that come through. And so I'm just here to sincerely request that could be rectified. I believe the tree removal process was very abrupt without notice. There was still a lot of debris that was remaining in our front driveway and in that area. The stump is still left behind. There are a lot of holes in our lawn, and just asking that this really abrupt grief could be rectified by a new tree being planted, even if it were not this big 50-year-old tree, perhaps a tree that could just provide some a partial recovery to the identity of our cul-de-sac in our community.
Okay. Obviously, you heard the alarm. Your time has run out. This is not the conversation we like to have on our Arbor Day celebration. I think we believe in Arbor Day. We've had it for years and years. There's like 4 reasons a tree gets removed, and I know sickness is one of them. We lost a lot of trees in town because we didn't catch them early enough, and I forget what the last disease was. Our Public Works Director is with us tonight. TJ, would you like to make any comment?
Before that.
But Probably the best thing is, if you could take a moment with the gentleman, TJ, he will discuss what the next steps are. You might have multiple choices of what kind of tree you want, but, you know, disease is one of them, and so that's a sensitivity in our community. I'm sorry you lost, you know, a valuable asset in front of your home. You've got a nice cul-de-sac, nice neighborhood, and so sorry they had to endure that. But if you would take a moment with our Public Works Director, he oversees the contract of the tree removal program. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming tonight.
If I may,
Mayor?
I'd also
Yeah.
like to say thank you, Mr. Lee, for coming in and eloquently representing the cul-de-sac at Durham Court.
Okay.
Mr. Lee, thank you for your comments tonight. Thank you for coming in tonight. I'm sorry that you were not notified of this, and I'm sorry that it impacted your family. We try our best to communicate village actions to residents, but sometimes we miss those communications, and so I personally want to apologize for the impact that it had on you and your family. I echo the mayor. There's various reasons why our Public Works Department takes down trees. Our director, his level of expertise is beyond me, but he'll provide you with more information about this matter and ways in which we can find a resolution. But thank you again for coming in, and our sincerest apologies.
Yeah, thanks so much for hearing me today.
Is
Okay,
Martin?
is Martin returned? Oh, are you Martin? Okay. We thought Martin returned. All right. Very good.
And you, sir.
Pardon me?
Your report.
Oh, my report.
Yep.
My report. I'd like to congratulate those members of the board who have survived the election process and are returning to us.
Huzzah.
Okay. You all know who you are. I was the only one challenged, but I'd like to welcome. Now, Jenny's not here. She'll be joining us. Troy, you're now with us.
Microphone.
It's on. And Yasmin, okay?
No, your microphone. It's on. It's on. It's not speaking into it. Okay.
And let's see, who am I forgetting? Village clerk. Huh?
That'd be me.
Congratulations on your returning to the village, those of you who are here. And I applaud your work for the people of Hanover Park. You give a good amount of your personal time. And so thank you very much. I've been busy with legislators, busy with running campaign. The legislators that I'm working with have to do with transportation. I'm very concerned that Metro may take some hits. If Metro loses, has to draw back opportunities to have stops on the train routes, that'll be bad news. I've been to the SDP. I know what that means. If we lose a route, the freight liners take them back, and they would take us 10 to 20 years to get those back. So there's a lot of sensitivity in the state moving forward on this, and so we'll see what happens. I don't know how they're going to complete this. I would normally know, but everybody's all over the map. So with that, I'll move for approve on this vote on the items on the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
And those are items 7A1 through 7A4.
Thank you.
All right.
Christie, call the roll.
Trustee Alba?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez?
Yes.
Trustee Porter?
Yes.
Trustee Kunkel?
Yes.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
And Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Thank you. 75, move to approve the warrant 4/3, 2025 in the amount of $2,336,375.29.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Christie, call the roll.
Trustee Gutierrez?
Yes.
Trustee Porter?
Yes.
Trustee Kunkel?
Yes.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
Trustee Frigie?
Yes.
And Trustee Alba?
Yes.
Thank you. 786, move to approve warrant paid in advance 3/13/2025 through 3/27/2025 in the amount of $1,129,102.20. We have a motion.
I got a motion. Need a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Christie, call the roll.
Trustee Porter?
Yes.
Trustee Kunkel?
Yes.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
Trustee Frigie?
Yes.
Trustee Alba?
Yes.
And Trustee Gutierrez?
Yes.
787, move to approve February 2025 P cards in the amount of $23,762.03.
So moved.
And a second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Christie, call the roll.
Trustee Kunkel?
Yes.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
Trustee Frigie?
Yes.
Trustee Alba?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez?
Yes.
And Trustee Porter?
Yes.
Thank you. Village managers report.
The Jawa water repair is moving forward on schedule. And please encourage anyone who gives you a call that they can call us. And if it's a technical question we don't have the answer to, we can always reach out to Jawa's executive director. We're hoping that the repair is completed by Sunday. No further report, Mayor.
No further report.
Thank you for that update.
Question?
Actually, I did have a question on that. Is that okay, Mayor?
You have a question?
Yep. So, in the electronic update we got, there was mention of noticing some differences in the quality of the water. What would that look like? Would that be visible, or would that be taste or
I think
smell?
it's
or-
more taste.
Okay, so, but having, said
It's still
that,
safe. I want to make sure
Right.
everybody is clear it's
Right.
safe water, but it
That's
just might
exactly what I
taste
was-
different.
right, that's exactly what I was driving at. Great, thank you, that's all I have.
And then, just to clarify, because I got a couple of questions about our reservoir. Is the water in the, and maybe this is a TJ question, but is the water in the reservoir through Jawa, or is that like
It's
through the
over
wells?
time, it's been mixing, so
Oh.
we started it last on Tuesday. And so the wells were, started up, and so that water is mixing with the water that's in our system. And it'll, flush out over time as we go back to Jawa's water, once we reconnect it with them.
Okay. But,
What-
sorry. But we, from what I understand in the communications, we have more than enough in the reservoir.
Absolutely.
Okay,
We have
okay.
absolutely enough water, nobody's gonna go without water,
Okay.
and it just might be a different taste of water, maybe a little harder.
Okay,
Since we won't be purchasing water from Jawa during this repair, is there any type of financial consideration for the village in terms of reconsideration of our charges?
Well, we're charged on how much water we use, so it'll be reflected in the bill. Did that answer your
Yeah,
question?
so
We're not- we
since
don't
we're
have-
not getting water from
Right,
Jawa,
we're not getting
it will be
billed.
reflected in the bill.
Yes,
Okay,
correct,
all right.
the bill to the village.
the bill.
Very good.
Wait,
Good-
sorry.
Good question.
Sorry, one more thing, sorry. I just wanted to say,
Oh.
that communication was so informative, so I just want to thank you and others who were able to add information to that. I did learn that there was a couple municipalities, surrounding municipalities, that did not put out official communications, because I think, because technically we were impacted by it, it's a Jawa issue. And so I was able actually to forward our communications to a couple others in different municipalities, and it was so helpful and it was so thorough. So thank you so much for just getting that out just as soon as you did. It's appreciated.
And if you do receive calls over the weekend, please feel free to reach out, because we can always put an update on
And I made a point as soon as the call went out to call each of the trustees and give you a courtesy heads up. I don't think every municipality did that, but apparently they all just put something out for the news media and hoped everybody found it. So that's the way it is. All righty. Village Clerk's report, Christie?
We are just excited for the doggy extravaganza this Saturday. We are almost full. We're full? We are full. Awesome. So we have tons of little puppies, just praying that the rain stays away. So just mark your calendars. We'll have more info to come.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Corporation Council report?
No report, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee reports? Trustee Benko?
Thank you, Mayor. Once again, congratulations to the returning board members, and I am very much looking forward to working with trustee-elect Jennifer Broccolino, who has been such a really great environmental committee member.
I knew she was.
Member. And a special congratulations to the mayor. Last week, I was able to, so from time to time, I try to stop into different HOA meetings in different neighborhoods, and I was able to attend Tanglewood's HOA meeting just to learn a little bit more about what they were doing, and they talked about some of their beautification efforts that may be coming down the pipeline, but one of the first things that they said when they saw me on the call is they thanked the village for some of the street maintenance that we did on some of the more beat up streets, and so I did just want to extend my thanks and gratitude to TJ and the Public Works Department for providing continual just street maintenance throughout the Tanglewood neighborhood. And then I already previously mentioned it before, but Environmental Committee is moving forward with Arbor Day. We are excited to honor a Hanover Park resident. Things are still being finalized. There was a change in our event, but we are looking forward to that event, and I will stop there. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Trustee Prickey?
No report.
Thank you. Trustee Albuck?
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Trustee Gutierrez?
Hi. So I also want to say hi to our Tricia.
You what?
Saying that right? What? Tricia?
Rossi?
No, Trish.
Oh, Clark. Yes.
Tish?
Tish.
Like
I always
Tish.
call you, yeah. I just want to say hi to her because you know she listens to these. So I just want to say hi, Tish. All right. So.
Hi, Tish.
Yeah. Show her some love. I have a question. We have a Hurricanes logo, and now with the merger, are we going to get a new logo on the fields?
Or it'll just get painted over.
Just painted over?
Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna be perfect.
I know. I loved it.
They're not gonna
Hanover
be
Park
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes. But-
I don't know, maybe they'll have a new logo, we haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
Can it be the Raider Canes?
What
Thank you for the name suggested.
Troy, it's my turn. Okay. Okay, my other updates is, one of the things I'm really proud of is, you know, our committees, we've got amazing committees, but for far too long, we've been operating in silos. And so getting them to work together has been a lot of fun. CIDC is working with Sister Cities for Juneteenth, and we're a great sponsor, and we're also volunteers there. I know Sister Cities is trying to steal 2 of my members. Looking at you, Porter. But they're dedicated to work with them, and we're just excited to be able to do that. Really an honor. They're working with Historic Committee for the Hanover Park culture through the ages around our anniversary here. And with the environmental, for the May 17th cleanup day, the river sweep, it's our MLK build-up day, but we're working with the environmental committee. So I'm very excited about that. The historic committee is also working on a coloring book that is amazing. Every time we get a report, a new visual on it, it's just amazing. I got 2 notifications from my good friends at the township. One of them is April 12th and May 10th. We're stamping out hunger through the post office workers, the National Association of Letter Carriers. With the changes at the federal level, our food pantries really need help. And so if you can, you know, we always buy a little bit more. Those perishables can be put in your mailbox and the letter carrier will send them to your township. Schaumburg Township is leading the charge on this. And then Hanover Township is having a special food event on April 16th, 2025 for folks that live in the township here on Astor Avenue. And then finally, I know that Mr. Lee spoke with our Director of Public Works, but I just wanted to know, is there a plan to replace the tree that was removed?
We have a program where we replace trees every fall.
Right.
This will go on a list of basically places where there were trees, where trees have been removed, and then, given a number of factors, openness in the parkway, how long because we will come through and grind out the stump, how long the stump's been gone. There's different factors that come in. It'll certainly be replaced. I can't say that it will be replaced this year. It could be next year. But there will be a new tree there.
Great, and I thought it would. When they come to grind that stump, et cetera, will the neighborhood be informed that they'll be there?
Well, I would say they will certainly be aware of it because it is, I think, the loudest thing that we do. But typically, it's not something we would give notice on. It's simply something that when we accumulate enough stumps where we can get the grinder out, because the grinder, it takes an entire crew just to use that machine. Certainly within the next month, we'll be out doing the grinding. And we'll be grinding trees all over town. We remove trees, certainly not every day, but regularly.
So when I first arrived here, I had a tree removed from our area, and we did get a letter that let us know.
There would well, it depends. So typically you'll get letters on a tree replacement. You'll get, because we have to do Julie's, there will be a notice. We do occasionally have people that object to getting a new tree in front of their yard. Eventually, I mean, obviously it's our right of way, so we will eventually put trees in front of everybody's,
No, but I mean,
parkway.
when the tree is removed.
If it's unusual to get a notice for a tree being removed. There are the 4 Ds: dead, dying, diseased, or dangerous.
Right.
So for example, today, they went out to do a mild trim. They'd gotten a call from a resident to go out and do a mild trim. They went out and discovered that it was completely hollow at the base. So that tree was coming down whether you like it or not. And so we have to immediately remove a dangerous tree. There could be instances when a tree gets removed for, say, maybe a water main replacement, in which case the tree's being removed because of construction, which there might be notice on. It might have been part of a larger notice if it were, say, the Northway water main replacement or something like that. But typically not. Most of our tree removals, the vast majority of our tree removals, are emergency tree removals. And I mean, this sounds terrible, but we can't wait around to notify residents that a dead, dying, diseased, or dangerous tree is going to be removed. It's got to be removed just as soon as basically we have notice of it.
All right, thank you. That's it. Mayor.
That's it?
Could I
Yes.
ask a follow-up question, TJ?
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. One more question. So you mentioned within the next month that we'll be out there to grind down the stump?
Yes.
Okay. So for this particular matter, would we be able to notify, I believe it's Durham? The Durham Court residents, just so that they're aware that within the next month or so, machinery will be on their street again, and this action as it relates to this tree will be occurring?
We could probably send sort of a general notice, but it's very weather dependent, because that's going to be something that's only going, I mean, It's certainly a priority. It's something that's going to happen. But if it's raining, we're not going to do it. If we've had storms move through, we're going to be working on other forestry-related items rather than doing this, because this can wait.
Okay.
So it really is one of those things that is kind of weather dependent.
Okay. So, but just to clarify, within the next month or so, this action will take place?
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Lee, I just want to make sure that you're aware that machinery, within the next month or so, we don't know when, but within the next month or so, we'll be on your street again, you know, clearing out that stump, and just want to make sure you're aware.
Yeah, I was made aware by TJ. But as you mentioned, perhaps even like a general notice, just that.
Okay, we need to move on. This is not a dialogue, we're not going to have a debate. I think the sensitivity is he came tonight, so we're going to do the extra. Moving on. Moving on.
Thank you. So you're aware, and thank you, TJ.
Thank you for coming tonight.
Are you done with it? Oh, Lisa's done.
No, Lisa's done.
Okay. I just want to she was done.
Trustee Porter? Your tree is how?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mayor. First of all, let me say congratulations to all of my colleagues who were successfully re-elected, and to the new elected trustee to the board. I look forward to serving with you as we continue to pave a way forward into the future for Hanover Park. So my sincerest congratulations to you all. I want to read a letter. As many of you know, I serve on the executive board for CEDA, the Community Economic and Development Association of Cook County. And a letter was sent out on behalf of the organization by our president, and I'd just like to share that. I did send it to some of the board members, but for the general public, I want to relay this message. Today, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, eliminated key staff assigned to the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, LIHEAP, in an apparent restructuring of the department by the administration and leadership team. Senate Energy and Commerce Democrats have pushed back against the restructure with a letter this morning to the Secretary of HHS, Robert F. Kennedy, Jr., demanding an explanation and plan for delivering key services appropriated by Congress and administered by HHS. It read in part, "We write to express our outrage at your reckless announcement terminating nearly 25% of the workforce at the Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, and to seek information about this decision, which you have not provided to Congress. Last week, you announced that HHS would be eliminating 10,000 jobs on top of the 10,000 public servants who have already been terminated or who have taken the deferred resignation program. This is an alarming, irresponsible, DOGE-driven attempt to dismantle an entire department and its critical work. NCAP, the National Conference of Action Communities, will continue to keep our membership informed of these changes at HHS that could affect LIHEAP operations." And I wanted to read that because LIHEAP is such an instrumental and vital program to our low-income communities that provides them to retain their services for energy, water, gas, electric, and without those vital services provided by HHS, many people could face living in environments where they don't have light, they don't have heat, and they don't have access to water, which is an untenable position, and it's a very dangerous destruction of our social safety net, which we in America have worked so hard to establish and to support. And I would like to encourage any of our villagers that are listening to this board meeting to please write your representatives, your local representatives, your state and federal representatives, and let them know your feelings about this program being targeted in this manner and these services potentially being disrupted. It is something that literally could be life and death for many people. And so, and I don't want to, be over dramatic in saying that, but it literally has life and death consequences. So please write your representatives and let them know that you wish that the HHS staff is retained and restored so these services can continue to be provided to our residents and to our community. Additionally, I want to respond to my colleague about CIDC. We're not stealing your members, but we do appreciate their help. They've been so supportive. They've been so supportive, and their help is greatly appreciated. However, we would like to collaborate with CIDC and do some type of commemoration for Mexican Independence Day, and we look forward to returning the favor and working with you on a project of that nature. I think that it's only fair that we do that and have that discussion. And that concludes my report.
I love the tone of fairness in Hanover Park. Annually, this month, I review our boards, the attendance, and CIDC has a big gap. They have a lot of vacancies. There were 2 committees that we're going to have to get some volunteers to step up and come on in. So, pardon me? CIDC was one. I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Maybe.
CIDC has 3 new members.
Pardon me?
We've got new members we've brought in.
Well, I got a sheet on my desk that shows me what the gaps are. So we can check CIDC. It looked like I had a bunch.
Mayor, there was one other thing that I omitted in my report. On April 27th, the NAACP will be hosting their annual gala, and as we have done traditionally, the village in our grant program has authorized and has funded for the purchase of a table to that program. So we just want to thank the village as a representative of the NAACP for their generous contribution to purchase that table toward the gala to fund the continuing community work of the NAACP, the DuPage County branch of the NAACP.
No, I've attended the last 2.
Yes, you have. We've enjoyed your presence.
I upset the apple cart, don't I?
Not at all. You
No,
fit right
no,
in.
I enjoy
Fit right
going.
in.
Anyway, I won't belabor that one. But it's on my birthday, so I'll have a gala celebration.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Trustee Kunkel.
Yes, a couple of things. Sister Cities is finishing up on finalizing Juneteenth. Veterans Memorial Day on the 26th of May, they're finalizing that as well. That's all I have.
That's all? Very good. Executive session. Section, a motion to go to executive session for section 2C21
So moved.
and section 2C11.
Second.
Got it.
We have a motion and a second. Will we be returning?
We will not.
Pardon me?
No.
No, we will not be returning. Christie, call the roll.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
Trustee Frigie?
Yes.
Trustee Albuck?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez? Yes. Trustee Porter?
Yes.
Trustee Kunkel?
Yes.
Very good. We have a motion to adjourn.
I need a motion.
I motion.
Thank you. Need a second? Second. Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
I want to thank the Community Crisis Center for a pen that works.
It's 8:02, 1 hour, guys.